So remember those models that we looked up to, and maybe we still look up to them. They always seem to draw people to them. They are free to express themselves, even challenging authority whenever possible. They always seem to have courage to represent others. They don't seem to show any forms of shyness or lacking confidence. They just seem so free and comfortable within themselves. When they speak, people listen. I too had such role models and in some capacity still do. But is it possible for any one of us to be those people? Well, let's find out. Welcome guys, I am Bimlenga. And before I continue, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, like, and turn on your notifications so you can be the first ones to be alerted when a new video comes out. Today we're going to talk about how to build and improve your confidence. How to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it whilst feeling good about yourself. Most people identify themselves with others. It is common from people that come from high power distant countries or societies. They need others to be able to express themselves. You can remember those times when you would go to the doctor's office and the doctor asks, what seems to be the problem? And instead of you answering the question, you look at your mom to answer that question for you. Some people grow up to be like that. That's only if they were never given an opportunity or they never took an opportunity to be able to learn how to express themselves freely, how to be comfortable within themselves, how to build that confidence from within, to be able to answer anything, to be able to tackle anything, to be able to say what they feel should be said. And with those people, you can agree that their confidence is lacking because it does not come from within themselves. It comes from other people. They need others to be able to fully express who they are. Sort of like a buffer. Before they can do anything, they need that buffer to be able to express themselves. But I believe anybody can be able to learn how to be confident within themselves, how to be able to express themselves freely. This obviously involves knowing yourself more than anybody knows you, having a positive mindset, believing in yourself and your capabilities. You can only express yourself if you really know who you are, your strengths and your weaknesses, embracing your imperfections. You need to learn how to speak positively about yourself and be kind with yourself. How to not let people dictate who you are or your life. For we know you're the first person you encounter when you wake up in the morning, and so you will be the last person you encounter when you go to sleep. You are the only person that will be there with you 24/7 for the rest of your life. So with that, knowing that you are your only constant in your life, you should use your willpower to build a wall of immunity against negative influence in your own mind. Unnecessarily comparing yourself to others is another major blow in people's confidence, because you set out competitions with people that don't even know they're in competition with you. But once you understand that there'll always be somebody better than you, somebody will always be compensated better than you, somebody will always be liked more than you. And as the saying goes, life is not fair. If you can understand and let this message sink in and believe it, you will have a much better and fulfilled life. You'll be confident within yourselves knowing that is who you are, that is the most you can give out, or maybe you can even do more. But at that moment, that is who you are, and that's the most that you can give out. That's what defines who you are, without the influences of others. And if you don't fully understand this, you have little time to work on yourself, and it will show in the results that you produce. You don't need anybody's approval to do what's right and to be the best person you can ever be. As long as you know what you're doing is right, and it builds on what you already know, and it elevates you and builds your confidence, do it. Be confident in your abilities and produce the best version of yourself. And just sit back and watch the floodgates of appreciation open for you. In my career as a computer scientist, I think the biggest confidence killer I've had to fight is the imposter syndrome. For the longest time, I used to think I was not better than anybody. I was underqualified. I was inexperienced. Obviously, this comes in with working with people that have been in the field for a long time. People that seem to be much more acquainted with the work you're doing compared to yourself who's just coming in. And I know as this is prevalent in the technology world, it's also prevalent in other worlds. I think in the workplace, this might be one of the biggest confidence killers. But once you understand that you are just an individual as they are, you are qualified, you've gotten the qualifications that you need, you jumped over hurdles to be where you are right now, you've worked yourself out, you've studied, you've passed exams. You are here because you earned to be here. Once you understand that, and once you understand that the people that are around you, they're just individuals, they've been there. In some cases, considering today we're in this technology era or the information age, you might be better equipped than they are or they were when they were where you are today. So once you understand they're just individuals, and with experience, with time, you can become more experienced and even become better than them. That will go away just like that. Just humble yourself, learn, be confident in your ability to learn, be confident in your ability to learn from others. Ask questions when you need to. But as much as you are learning from people, as much as you're asking questions, as much as you are putting them in that place of them sharing their knowledge with you, we should be careful not to be too much of people pleasing, because that never gets us anywhere as well. So we should understand that people are not what we think they are. Everybody is their own individual, just like we are. But the biggest thing is to understand and respect other people. And this puts us in a position where we can draw people towards us, because everybody likes somebody who understands and respects them. And the more you draw people towards you, the more confident you become, because those people become willing to listen to you and respect you back, become willing to take your point of view seriously and respect what you have to say. And then with the people that we draw towards ourselves, with the people that you draw towards you, you should be careful not to draw negative people, because negativity will just draw you back down. Negativity will kill your confidence. People that are always contradicting you, people that are not helping you in any way, people that don't have your best interest. They always want to be right. They always want to put their point across first. They don't want to listen when you speak. Such people are not good for us. You need people around that can build you positively, people that you can depend on. Or you should build your confidence, you should build your positivity first from within. And then when that is expressed to others, as long as it's not hurting others, as long as it's what you think is right, we need to be associated with people that will help us grow in that respect. We need to be associated with people that will see that good in us and be like, I can be associated around that. I respect who that person is. For you have absolute control over but one thing, and that is your thoughts. If you fail to control your mind, you may be sure you control nothing else. Finally, you should acquire specialized or advanced knowledge in the field that you are in, or at least master what you do daily. This is the only way that you can build confidence in your abilities in that particular field. It's the only way that you can produce the best possible results given your capabilities. And it's the only way that you can successfully sell that which you're selling. And remember, repetition and mastery builds confidence. Therefore, never stop. Persist in building your confidence. Teach yourself everything you can about the people that you're interested in, about the career that you're interested in. Control your speech and choose your circle wisely. And understand, people are just humans like you and me, despite what they've achieved, despite what the titles say. We are all just individuals. You're also human, I am also human, and we're all important. Your confidence comes from within, and you control your destiny. Mastery over mind, and everything just opens up. Thank you.